I know it's getting really personal today, but we're doing a classic Get Ready With Me, and when you will see the video, I have already uploaded the project pan, like the items that I would add in my project pan for August, but I usually, because I am planning a lot of change in that project pan, so that's why I want to do a test makeup and see if what I have now in that basket is working with each other. So just wanted to give you a sneak peek inside. Good job, really good job. No, because I have concealer, foundation, a powder. I have a new cream blush. I'm especially curious how the concealer that has been in the project for quite some time now will react with will look together with the foundation, because it's a little bit of a different kind of foundation. And of course I want to see how the powder is going to react with that. And yeah, that's kind of the plan. When those handbands are like freshly washed, they are so tight around my head, it's uncomfortable. I also have a secret entry into the project pan, which is a primer, and I call this a secret entry because I'm not really like tracking the use of this primer. To me, it is more like using this primer finally with every single foundation that I own, so that I know how good they work together. And the primer that is currently going through the process with me is the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Primer, because I said it in my video that this is one of my favorites. I think it was on the top 3. Like, I didn't have a dedicated favorite video, it was in the shorts. And I was proudly saying this because it works with like 30% of my collection at that point. And now I have tested it furthermore, so that I want to get 100%. That would be the best. I'm actually not sure at what kind of status I am if I have one foundation that does not work with that primer. But serious question, would you be interested in me talking about those Excel spreadsheets and how I organize my makeup in this spreadsheet? How I track the uses of product? Like, I don't track every product use, I only track the uses that I have in this project pan basket over there. But if you do so, if you're interested, let me know. I can totally make a video about that. Could be fun too. I'm just brushing up my brow hair with the ABH Brow Freeze. Sometimes I kind of skip the brow freeze nowadays, and then I think like, actually this does not make a difference for me, so today, which is July 24th, my thoughts about the brow freeze are that once this big, like the full size version, is empty, I will probably not buy another one. I just don't see it, because I have so many cool brow gels at that point now that I really do like and that give me the same effect. And my problem is, that is most important, the thing, it does not last anymore. You know, when I started to use this, my brow hairs were really like glued and stuck. But now I can already feel how the hairs are moving, and that is itching, and I don't want to scratch there. Maybe I'm using it wrong, but for the longest time, the way that I do this is, or was the best to do it though, I do it like before makeup, so I let that sit, then I do my whole makeup shit, and then I go over it with a brow pen, brow pencil, brow powder, and a brow gel. But at the time when I start with the coloring in with a brow pencil, the hair looks just like I haven't applied anything. So if you have tips for the brow freeze, let me know, because that was like the tip that I got also on the internet. Currently using the NARS Soft Matte Pot Concealer on my face. This is so good. I used to use the Westman Atelier foundation stick as concealer, but if you've seen my Project Pan update, this is empty now. I haven't filmed that update yet, but I'm pretty sure I will say that you shouldn't buy this. because it's not worth it. At least it's what I think now. Because you get like 5 grams of product, but this retails for over 70 euro. And it took me around about 63 uses, plus minus like 5 uses, because I did not track from the very beginning on. But before I put it in the project pen, I had used it only a couple of times, like a maximum of 8 times I used that before. I have actually 2 powders in the project pan now. Or my plan is to have 2 powders there, one for the face, one for the under eye. And that one for the under eye, that I will show you then, I am now using to set my eye primer. And I know, you don't have to set your eye primer. If your eye primer is good, you don't have to set it. You know, the eye primer is good. It's not my favorite, but it's good. But I don't like the way it looks without setting it. So the palette I'm going to use for this video is the Lisa Eldridge Vega 6-pan palette. If you remember, this made it to the top 3 of my collection of eyeshadows, even though this is probably the most boring eyeshadow palette I own. And if you follow me on Instagram, or if you have seen me a couple times here already, you know that this type of color story is not really my style. But for whatever reason, this palette appealed to me when I saw it last year when it launched. And now I not only love this so much that it is in my top 3, this is also the one palette that I love to take when I make mistakes in other looks. Because, you know, this shade, this is French Gray. It's super easy to correct things with, to tone down basically. You know, when you just go a bit overboard with a weird color, then just take either face powder or I take some French Gray and I can like blend it out, tone it down. So I'm now using Turbulence, which is a nice neutrally brown, deepen the crease. I want to do a simple smoky eye. Like, and if you ask, can a smoky eye be simple? Yes, it can. Lisa Eldridge Vega makes it possible. I know this palette is at the moment not available, but I saw on Instagram that she was announcing like restocks of it. And I hope it will be soon, because I really want to grab Myth. So I now go in with Smoke and Mirrors on the outer V area to deepen even more. But I was one of those lucky persons who got Sorcery in the second like stock that she released. And I remember that when I saw that it's back and that you can now order it, I was actually on the treadmill at home, and I literally I stopped the training, went to the Lisa Eldridge website, picked up Sorcery and went back to the treadmill because I really wanted to have this palette. And now I'm a bit mad that I did not get Myth, because Myth is like this purple dark color story that would look absolutely awesome with my eye color. And there are some people who are selling it online, like on eBay. Like there's one girl who tries to sell it online and she wants to have 69 euro. This is 10 euro more than it was on the website. I think it's 59 on the Lisa Eldridge website. And she is saying 69, and I messaged her saying like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why do you do that? Yeah, because it's sold out, and yeah, you know she's going to restock it. Yes, this is not sold out forever. No, it is sold out forever. So it's collector's items. You know what? Fuck you. That was in the beginning of the year, and then I sometimes search for Lisa Eldridge on eBay, and then I saw, oh, Myth. 69 euro, same girl, so I messaged her again, writing her, you know what, you've been keeping this palette up now for over 4 months. Just give up. Just sell it for another price. And I said, I give you 45 euro plus shipping. Got no answer. So I'm using some glitter glue. I took not enough, but I do always glitter glue. It has nothing to do with the quality, whatever. Glitter glue is just a must in my looks. And I'm using Moon Swirl now all over it. Such a pretty shade. Everything in Vega is awesome. I saw on Instagram that she teased, not like, it was not a teaser, but she announced, or the brand announced, that they're actually working on expanding that whole system, even with bigger palettes, not only 6 pans, which I'm totally here for. And I probably would buy a bigger pan and then just build my own perfect neutral Lisa Eldridge palette, because we don't have to expect colorful shades from her. That's just not the Lisa Eldridge style. I will definitely incorporate some glitter later on, but now let's clean up the under eye area. I like to clean up like very, very heavy so that I have like a sharp line underneath, because I can elongate the lower lash makeup anytime. And if you have hooded eyes, so I'm aware of the fact that I don't have like hooded eyes, but if I just look straight, I have slightly hooded eyes. You know, that part is a bit hooded. And I always struggle to apply makeup because of that, because it just looked weird, because I was not able to follow shapes online. But then I saw a tip from Tati Westbrook, and she said where she saw that, like, I don't watch her anymore since she basically drifted off the whole pseudoscience thing. But she had this tip, like, when you do the makeup and you do your eye makeup before everything else, that's even more perfect. Drape it down, like, do your makeup up until this point, like really take it far down, and then you can clean up. The messier you work, the better, but you can clean up afterwards, and that is my vibe. Lips are super dry at the moment, so let's really apply some lip stuff. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Lip Oil Crystal Elixir. In my unboxing of the palette, I was like, oh, that's so nourishing, and now I feel like this is maybe causing the dryness. I have to test that out further and then do a week without using it at all, and then I can safely say what it is. Now we're going in with the I always forget the name, the Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow. You know, I love underpainting products like that. This is a tiny sample size that I got in a set. Earlier that year, there was a blush and this thing in. I really like it. I actually like this so much that I ordered the full size last month or so. And since this is nearly done, like nearly, yeah, you can see there is a good amount of product left, but I'm one who plays safe, so I like to have a backup of this. I mean, not that I have 7 other of those underpainting glow products just in front of me. No. That would be not a good case. No, it is. I just love products like that. And I'm really curious how this incorporates with the foundation that I have in my project pan now, because this has a fucking glowy finish by itself already. But I also added a very matte powder to set it, so hopefully that will work. Time to reveal the foundation. The one that I have now in my project pan is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint, and if this makeup today fails and looks not good in combination with the other products, see this as the fail test, and when you see the project pan, because then I might have another foundation in there. But I decided yesterday that I want to go with Ilia. I forgot to do my under eye glow thing. It's not that, okay, we will live with that today. I am currently craving hydrating foundations that also look hydrating. That is my current need. And I like the Ilia wouldn't call this my favorite foundation, but definitely one of them. I don't know, but I think at this point you might have seen already my foundation declutter and ranking. So hopefully I don't have to eat my own words because I decluttered that. No, but the Ilia, definitely not. There is no plan of decluttering this foundation at all. So now I go over it with a sponge and even that out a bit, because it can go a little bit streaky, which is also a fault of the brush. I saw, I don't know, one of those brush recommendation videos, and somebody recommended the Sephora Pro 47 brush. Bought it. It's a nice one, but only for like 2 uses, and then it gets so clogged up that it's barely barely easy to use. Even though I do spot clean every day, but that's fine. I'm now using my Charlotte Tilbury under eye corrector in Fair. And now for the concealer in my project pan, which is still the Shiseido Synchro Skin. So I said in my update for June that I will give this 1 more month and then decide if I am keeping it in there. And I haven't decided yet. So when you see this, I have not decided. So I'm kind of curious myself if I will keep it in the project or if I will let it go. You know, and then I see it like that and I just think, oh, it looks really good. But it doesn't wow me, you know? I said it in my iconic London brand review. I want to feel with makeup like a little child that is strolling through Disney World the first time. Like, wow, the magic, the oof. This is what I want to have with makeup, and this is what I have with my collection. So when there's an item that is not giving me the oof, I don't want to have it. I did not put a cream bronzer this time in there, but I did put in a face palette, but that has powder products. So I'm going in with the Fenty Amber. Is it Amber? Yeah, this is 01 Amber. This is so gray that could match the whole vibe, because I want to contour the shit out of my face. I do have a love-hate relationship with Fenty Amber because 9 out of 10 times this is too gray for me, but at the same time I don't want to get rid of it because I feel like I don't have a gray contour like that. For cream blush I am using the Jouer Lip and Cheek Tint in Be Loud, and this is in my project pan, and you know, I don't think that I can use this up, but half of it would be nice. So I do always weigh the products, and I do weigh it like with the packaging. So that means I don't have put it on the scale yet, but in here are 5.9 grams, so 6. That means the goal is to minimize the weight of this product by 3 grams. That would be nice until like end of November. It's like the goal to do this. But those Jouer sticks are actually really nice blushes, and nobody ever talks about them. And these minis, they look small, but these are the full sizes with nearly 6 grams. Like, this is a normal cream blush. And I got them in a Christmas kit last year that had this one, then there was a very, very pink one and a more dark brownish nude one. I mean, just look at this after one application, but today I'm wired, so I'm going in with a second. And I pay 30 euro for that, so that means 10 euro per full-size cream blush from Jouer, and Jouer is kind of mid-high end, you know, like it's scratching at the bottoms of high-end products. Highlighter, also in my project pan, the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the this is so hard to say, Super Shock Cheek in Lunch Money, and I have good progress in here. The pan has been there before I added it to the project pan, but it definitely expanded. and I use these products just with the finger. I think no brush can deliver the same effect as your finger. Does not work. And I usually hate applying makeup with my finger like that. Like dotting on foundation, fine, but like real colorful makeup with hands, horror for me. Let's smooth out the under eye area one last time. And now we're going in with a setting powder for the under eyes that I have in my project pan, and this is the Westman Atelier Vital Press Skincare Powder, and I want to use up the translucent one. This is a 80 euro, yes you heard right, 80 euro powder, and for that 80 euro you get 5 grams of product. Like Westman Atelier really has sometimes a problem with pricing and what do you get for the pricing. So for example, the new liquid super loaded tinted highlighters, they are 65 euro each, but you get 30 mils in them. Like what? But this fucking powder is 80 euro and you get 5 grams. Like where is the, I don't know. How does this make sense? It doesn't. I do have already a nice dent in here, and the goal is actually to use this up. That is what I want to do. So it's easy to use it every day, because even though if I'm not using the setting powder for the under eyes, I can use this every day to set my primer. And the thing is, not only do I have one, I have 2 of these. The other one is in the shade Bubble. That is a pink powder, but that I'm going to keep for longer now. Now let's finish the eye makeup, and I'm using Lamp Black, starting on the like outer corner of my lower lash line, bringing that up, and then do the tiniest flick to the upper lashes, like so. That it just looks like a wing, but a very soft wing. And I take Smoke and Mirrors again and basically blend that black out towards the inner corner. And for the inner part, I'm using French Grey. Also using French Grey to blend underneath a bit so that this is just a little more soft. This look is screaming liner. So I'm using the Nabla Cupid's Arrow in the shade Midnight Grey. Black would be too harsh, but I think grey is perfect. And I do it mainly on the waterline. Yeah, that ties it together sometimes. For the corner, I'm using Supernova. Oh, this is so reflective and stunning. It looks like a liquid mirror. I love that. Question is now, glitter or no glitter? If glitter, then it would be like in this area. But I kind of think this look is perfect as it is. You know what? We're skipping glitter. It's good like it is. Now this is the powder that I have in the project pan, and I decided to put the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, no, just HD Skin Matte Velvet in there. First of all, I hate this. Either make the pan smaller or give us the full pan. Even though these are 11 grams, I still hate this, and I don't use like those squishy sponges like that. And I've used this a couple of times. By the way, this is the shade 1R02, whatever that means. And what I do is I just tap this now everywhere besides the under eye area, because they're powdered already. And I use a rather like stance brush. Not stiff, it's stance. I paired these two together because I like the powder, but it is too matte for me. And I like the foundation, or the skin tint, because it has a nice amount of coverage. I mean, it's a skin tint, but it still covered everything. But it gets too glowy for me throughout the day. And don't get me wrong, I love glow, and I love sometimes a glazed donut all over my face, but with this foundation, I just want to have the control, and you don't have the control with the Ilia one. My face feels so velvety soft, love that. To be honest, this combination is really killing it. I like that, I really do like that. Now let's do the face palette, and I don't know why I chose a face palette, but I was like, you know what, I have so many, use one up. And I wanted to use the Filmstar Bronze and Glow, and I have no idea what kind of goal is realistic to this. For some reason I want to hit pan in both shades by end of November, and I will see if I make this, how it works. I hope it does. I do have already panned a bronzer, like not completely, but I hit pan, and that was the Charlotte Tilbury, the airbrush flawless finish bronzer in Fair. It's like the big one that is as big as my hand. That pan was easy because the pan is so huge, so the product is not like in height much. It's just spread it out on a big pan. Let's pick a favorite, a cold favorite, the Dior Rosy Glow in the shade Pink. I don't have the coral one, but I do have also the newer shades. I have Cherry and Rosewood. And to be honest, I like the formula of the newer ones better than this, even though the newer ones are a bit more powdery. They're not soft powder like this, but they give up so much more color, I think. It's much easier, and I feel like this hard pans a bit. I've seen TikToks on this powder of a girl who says this has no color payoff and she can't see anything. And she like really heavy swatches this with her hand, and I thought, let's recreate that. So you see this, and I went in with a brush 3 times on each side, but only because I like a more blush look. So I'm a heavy blush lover. If you don't like that, you could go away with just one application, but you know, she basically took the finger, swatched it, and then showed the finger, and there was no product on there, and I just cannot believe it. I mean, come on. This is more of a soft blush, but you can build that up, so I don't know if that TikTok was fake, or maybe she got a bad product. You know, that is also something that could happen. I got so many dots already in my makeup life. Happened. I had the Danessa Myricks cream blush palettes, both, and the lighter one that I got was one of the fails. One of the shades was not, I don't know, like cooled down properly or not formulated properly, but basically it was like, it felt like frosting, and when you touched it you had like the strings coming up, and that was just not good. And I got like 25% off of this product, and I was like, no, fuck it, I don't use this shade anyway. So now I'm going in with a highlighter, and I have no idea how to pan a highlight. Don't get me wrong, I already panned a highlight. Yes, I did, but that was before I started documenting everything. I panned, and with pan I mean I completely panned the Balm Berry Luminizer. That was the only highlight that I used for years. I think it will be much more easier to hit pan on the bronzing side than on the highlighting side, but I love the highlighter in that. It is so subtle but yet reflective. I'm taking you now through my brow routine. So I'm starting with the ABH Brow Wiz and basically sculpt out the like underneath part of the brow so that I know how far down it's going, and brush it a bit up so that they are mainly colored in and like in a better shape. The problem is I, as you can see, have blonde brows because my natural hair color, that what you see here is not my natural hair color, but my natural hair color is what you see in my brows. It's this ashy blonde, but the hair is dark while my brows and my lashes are nearly invisible white. I truly do not want to color them in. I don't know why, but I don't want to color in the actual brow hairs. I think this tends to look just ridiculous. And what if I change my hair color? I mean, I haven't changed my hair color in years now. Like I'm staying with this blonde, but still, I don't want to. I thought about microblading a couple times, but again, what if I don't like it anymore? I'm now going in with the ABH brow powder in taupe, and I'm starting with the darker shade on the like outer thirds and just underneath and blending that up. And then the other eye too, blending it up. And now I'm going into the lighter shade for the inner part and combing through a bit. My brows never look the same. I usually like the way the left brow looks much more than the right brow. And I don't know why, but I like the tail of the right brow more than I like it on the left one. It's just weird. A friend of mine microbladed her brows. It looks good on her, like absolutely stunning. But not for me. No. I'm now going in with one of the best eyebrow gels ever to exist, and that is the Too Faced, what's it called? Lamination Brow Wax. Oh, by the way, have you seen how my brows just looked like before I applied the brow freeze before makeup? Like it completely disappears throughout the application process. I don't know how this works. It's just maybe my preference has changed, or my brows have changed. That can happen too. So I'm now setting my face with whatever is left here in the Milk Hydro Grip. I hope this is empty soon. I hate this. I want to make this empty before I fill my empties for this month. And yes, I always drench my face, but then I go in with the electric fan. I have to admit, the best thing about the Milk Hydro Grip is that it gives glazed donut looks. Like, oh, my skin looks dripping wet. And there are days where I want that, but not today. So, because I'm so extra, I'm now going in with the finishing powder. Chantecaille or Sisley? Let's say Chantecaille. I like them both equally. Like, none is better than the other. And the birds are back. Have they been there a whole video? I will see when I edit. I'm taking this, swirling a bit, and what I do is I only swipe this over like the center of the face. Like so. On the chin area, and then I do this area. You know, the area where people usually bake? I don't bake. But I want to take away shine from that area. Much better, and all that is glowing now is basically the cheeks, which I love, and of course my eyes. I will now let you participate in my very extra mascara routine, and I can already see the comments or imagine the people in front of the video like, oh my god, why is she doing so many steps? Because she wants to, that's why. That was, by the way, a horse. So we're starting with curling. If you want to know what is the best lash curler out there in life, I have to tell you it's the MAC one. The MAC lash curler. I don't know if they have different versions, but this one in black is the very best. I tried so many, but this will forever stay in my heart. I even bought a new one after the first one that I bought like 12 years ago. Kind of felt a little bit like it needed to retire, but I had to buy this one again. I'm now using a lash primer, and that is the Lancome whatever. It's a lash primer from Lancome. XL Lashes? I don't know. What are these fuckers called? Oh, you don't? Oh no, here it is. It's the Clay Booster XL. I started using a lash primer years ago when Essence came out with one, and I remember that in my early 20s I loved a lash primer, and then I saw Essence and it was like €3, and that was like such a good lash primer. I bought 3 of these and used them up, and now I basically just want to switch it up a bit. That's why we're using this one, but I think I will go back to the Essence one. Yeah, drugstore, I know. I want to give the Huda One Coat Wow another try. If you've seen my video, I hate this so much, but I haven't used it with a lash primer, so maybe that makes the whole difference. I use the convex side now to apply the majority of the product. And now I flip the brush and distribute it with the concave side. Or the other way around. You know, one side is this and the other is this. I always mess them up. So this is now one coat. I can't. No, it does not look good. Like, come on. My lashes look like tacky, tiny little stumps. Like, no, this is awful. I'm going in with the legit lashes from Huda. I don't like this mascara either, but it is in my backup drawer, so I wanted to use that. But the lengthening side is actually really good to like correct these clumpy mistakes all over the lashes. Yeah, much better. Much better. And you know what? I love a bit of a clumpy lash. I layer usually 4 to 5 mascara on my lids or my eyelashes, and they never look that bad. Like, one of my favorite mascara combinations is the lash primer, doesn't matter which one. Then I go in with Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes, then Pat McGrath Dark Star, and then I use something with a rubber brush, with a straight rubber brush and dotty things like the Tarte Tubing Mascara. That looks like that. Focus. Yeah, that looks like that. To comb through again, and then I have the perfect lash. But this is nearly impossible to correct because it's so thick and clumpy. And I don't want to accuse the influencers that influence me in that of lying, because mascara is as personal and as subjective as skincare. It is what it is. Not everything will work for everybody. And it seems like Huda Beauty is the brand for me where mascara is just a no-go. And I can't even correct the left eye. It looks so bad. So let me just grab one of those lash combs and not stab the eye. And the last try to rescue is the Kiko Milano Maxi Mod. This is a really cool mascara because the wand is the tiniest that I know. It's very short and has like little spikes on it. So you can reach, as you can see, a lot of areas, but you can also very aggressively coat the lashes and separate them. So the thing is, I will try this mascara for this week because I will film my declutter and empties in a week. Like by the end of the week, on July, I don't know, 30th, I think will be the next filming day. There I want to do the empties and declutter video, and I do think this will land there. I cannot imagine a scenario where this mascara is going to wow me, because it is just so bad. And this is, by the way, the most neutral eye look that I have worn in such a long time. Let's open the hair. I have to comb through afterwards. I do actually have 2 lip products in my project pen. One is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in Cherry Blossom. This is a small travel size one. And I have the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in the shade PG Beige. So I think PG Beige could fit the look. That's a bit too pink, isn't it? No, I need a nude lip liner. Let's take the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Lip Crayon in the shade Natasha. And this is not a twist up. I really thought this is a twist up, but you need to sharpen it because it's more plasticky. Okay. I did a video on all 3 of the lip products of this, my dream collection. And I said it there that I'm not the biggest fan actually of the liner, and I still stay by that because it's too waxy for me. I can make it work, yes. But I kind of feel that this motherfucker slips out of my lip liner. And this is now totally worn off. Well, I have to sharpen it. Now that I have the lip liner on, I actually want to wear the lipstick instead of the peachy beige one. Or the combo, but I can't take both to work with me. Because the combo with the lipstick and the gloss is... But how do I feel? Do you want something glossy or matte? Glossy will stick to my cup today because I drink tea at work. We're going with a lipstick. I am very motivated to go on the hunt for nude lipsticks and compare it to this one to see if there's anything out there in the market that can compare with this shade. You know what? I'm tired and I'm extra, so we're going with a gloss on top. Fuck it. Okay, that is basically it. That is the test makeup with everything. Yeah, besides the lip things, but I have used them already last month. With the new Project Pan items. So far, I like it. I do think these work absolutely fine together, and I think even though the foundation is a very glowy one, I can make it work, especially when I compare it with the matte powder, because this is a finish to die for. Even before setting spray, you know. And the blush stick kind of is a very nice color to work with every single eye look. So at this point, I don't have anything to complain. So chances are high that this is what you are going to see in the Project Pan update. No, this is what you have been seeing in the Project Pan update, because I'm filming now a video ahead of the Project Pan update that will be up before the Project Pan update. No, after the Project Pan update, because I don't want to spoil you and I have other videos planned beforehand. Does that make sense? Probably not, so I will just fade out here. It is 6:30 a.m. I have to oh my god, I have to drive to the office in half an hour, so thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Oh, I forgot something to mention. It is July 24th and I just want to say thank you, because when I check my YouTube stats, I am at 105 followers now. Yesterday, July 23rd, on Sunday evening, I hit the 100, and I started my YouTube channel when end of June. I'm so happy and thankful for that. Like, I never thought that this could be a possibility for me, and I saw it in the comments. I had like 3 or 4 or 5 of them telling, yeah, we are so excited for YouTube journey and where it goes, and I am too. Like, I know 100 is not a lot compared to like the big ones in the thousands, 100,000s, even millions, but I never thought that 100 people are sitting here subscribing to me because I talk about makeup. My husband, yesterday, was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday, Saturday, I said, oh yeah, I was super busy today and I did some good work and I filmed 8 videos, and he was like, what the fuck do you talk about? I said, makeup. What is? There's so much to cover, so much to talk about, so much joy to spread. And when this video will be up, I have no idea what date it will be, and I have no idea at what follower count we will be, but as of today, July 24th, we are at 105, and I'm super thankful for that. And now I will just head out and thank you for watching. See you in the next one.